Hi, fifth graders. Miss McMullen here for session 4, part 2, which is titled Suspending Judgment. So last week when you did part 1, you were doing a lot of work with characters and kind of just what all that you know about your characters, and remembering that a character can change and a character might not always be who they are or who they seem. So today we're going to be focusing not so much on our characters anymore, but on the theme or the lesson that we're learning from our story or our fantasy novel that you guys are reading aloud or listening to us read aloud. So today you're going to be relating new evidence to possible themes. So I know it's hard to tell what is the lesson of your story without finishing the story. So today is just possible themes. What do you think the lesson might be in this story? So one thing that I want you guys to remember is that you should not wait to think about details and how they relate to the theme of your book till the end. We never want to do that. You should always, as a good reader, you should always be throughout the story thinking, what is the author trying to teach me? What's this character learning? And be metacognitive as you are reading a story. Even if you're just reading for fun, your brain might start to be thinking about the lesson that is going to come away from this novel. So remember, just a little recap, that themes in literature are like a cream-filled cupcake. So I really like this metaphor because I, as you guys know, really, really like cupcakes, especially when there's chocolate involved. So this is a really good metaphor that I love. So the cream filling is hidden inside of the cupcake. So if you've ever eaten a cupcake that has like that filling in it, oh, you guys, I'm making myself so hungry right now. But anyways, the theme is hidden inside the book like the cream filling is hidden inside of a cupcake. You really have to dig into it to get to the cream filling or to get to the theme. So you have really started to dig into your book and dive in. You're in the middle probably by now, and you should now be starting to get an idea of what that theme is, like what that cream filling is in the middle of that book. So you have to think to yourself, what does the author hope the reader realizes? Authors write their books for a reason. They hope you get something from it. There wouldn't be a reason for them to write it if not, right? So here are some famous examples of a theme. So in Little Red Riding Hood, the theme would be that appearances can be deceiving sometimes. That's the theme. That's what we're learning, that what you see is not always what you get, right? In The Three Little Pigs, we learn a lot about hard work and how hard work and patience can pay off in the end. Our little piggy that spent the most time and the most hard work on his brick house is the one that really paid off in the end, right? Okay, so in our Little Red Hen, you learn that laziness can have negative consequences. So do you guys notice that what's written in red here, these are the themes? You're not just writing hard work or perseverance. That's the universal idea. Today we're writing about a possible theme, and remember that a theme is written out in a sentence, okay? Appearances can be deceiving sometimes. That's a complete sentence, and that's what I'm expecting today in your work time. A complete sentence about your theme. Something like, don't judge a book by its cover, or family is everything, okay? So be thinking about, if you're thinking a universal idea like family, friendship, perseverance, something like that, that's fine. That's going to get you to the theme, because one universal idea can have multiple themes about it, okay? So this that you're seeing right now on your screen is the rubric for this fifth grade work. So we see right here that we're determining themes, and I thought it was really important for you guys to see what is expected of me as a fifth grader. And we're going to focus right now, I'm going to cover up the fourth grade one with my face, and we're going to focus right now on the fifth grade one because that's what we're aiming to be like. So while you are reading, you're asking yourself, what seems to be the big themes in the story? I can figure out a couple of themes that are especially significant, noting which are best supported. That is so very important, you guys. You are in fifth grade. There are so many problems happening in your story, and there are a couple themes. The books that you guys are reading don't just have one theme anymore. It's not like Little Red Riding Hood where all you're learning is that looks can be deceiving. This is complex text. There's a lot of little problems happening with your character, and your character is learning a lot throughout this journey that they're on right now. So fifth graders can notice that there are multiple themes and multiple things that your character is learning throughout the story. If you only can find one lesson that's being taught in your book, I recommend that you go back and re-listen to a couple of your chapters, because you might be missing something, or maybe you're not listening as carefully as you think that you are. You should be able to find multiple themes in your stories. Right now, we're just talking about possible themes because we're not all the way through. We're not sure exactly what our character is going to learn yet, but you should be starting to have an idea of that. And that's what today's lesson is. So here's what your work time is going to look like on your slide. It's a chart for you guys to fill out. I'm not making you write like a whole well-developed race paragraph today, because these are just possible themes. Just our starting out ideas about what the theme could be, okay? So in this box, you're gonna write out the possible theme, like don't judge a book by its cover, or, you know, be a good friend, whatever your theme is. And then over here, you're gonna write out your evidence. Obviously, you don't have like straightforward evidence that you're quoting for your text, but just tell me what happened in the story to make you think that that's the theme, okay? I'm gonna go back to this slide, because notice that it says I can figure out a couple of themes. So do not just write out one theme today. You are in 5th grade. You are halfway through a complex text by now, and you should be starting to think about multiple things that your character is learning, okay? This might take some stopping and really thinking today. We're not flying through our work today as readers. We're really, really stopping to think, what is my character learning? What is that cream filling inside of this book? What does the author hope the reader realizes? Okay. So your reflection then is to go back and highlight the theme that seems to be supported the most. Oh, there's an error right there, so I'll fix it on your all slide. So highlight the theme that seems to be supported the most. What that means is I want you to highlight whichever one of these that you come up with, whichever one seems to have the most evidence, okay? Just like usual, add rows if you need more rows. If you have 5 or 6 possible themes that your story might be sharing with you, add a row, you guys. Don't slack off today. Don't just write one and move on. I want to see you guys stopping and thinking and really, really trying to think of these possible themes, okay? I know I'm not asking a lot of you guys. I think that you can do this. If you're stuck, look back at this video and go back to this slide, because this tells you not only what a theme is, what you can think to get there, and then some examples as well. So look back at this slide too if you're stuck. Ask your teacher if you're stuck also. You may also ask the teacher of the book that you're reading too if you're stuck. So if you are reading Harry Potter, you might want to tag Mr. Martinez in your question if you have a question about it, okay? Of course, myself and Miss Mahanes would help you if you want to tag us if you don't feel comfortable tagging Mr. Martinez, but he is the one reading it out loud, so keep that in mind also. Okay, so just to recap, Harper's waking up. I might be talking too loud. Oops. Just to recap, here's your work today. Jot down the themes that seem most important to you. Remember to think about details that support each theme. And then for the reflection, highlight the theme that seems the best supported. Okay? All right, I can't wait to see the themes that you guys come up with. And what's going to be really exciting is when we get to the end of the book, looking back at your work from today, we'll be able to see, like, were you on the right track? Okay, so that's going to be fun. All right, go ahead and get to work. I will see you for tomorrow's lesson. Bye-bye.